And it is Saturday night, and I am just setting up the screen here. It looks like this is our maiden live on YouTube. Looks like YouTube has allowed me to unlock the ability to stream directly from the app. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is a new format. Normally, we stream through Prism. That's what we've been doing. But now tonight, we are streaming through YouTube. I think what is it, May 1st? 1st of May. Good deal. All right. So this is actually our last Saturday Noel live, where I am in a three-person family. By the next Saturday Noel live, we'll have a new spunky co-host, Konnichiwa Diego-san. We'll have a new spunky co-host by the name of Serafina. Yeah, good deal. So Diego, we are streaming directly from YouTube, and I'm just trying to take a look here at some of the settings here. I probably should have done this before the stream, but I'm trying to get it so like all messages are visible on my screen, and maybe YouTube is just a little different from Prism, you know. So whatever, because I just saw your message pop up on the screen, and then it went away. But whatever, it's all good in the hood. So we're watching Columbo right here, which is in commercial mode right now, and we actually have a game on the Xbox going right now. It is a Galaxy Fight on the Xbox One. So today we got Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. So that's some good stuff. And so we'll probably play a little of this tonight. But before Santino went to bed, we were playing the Xbox One, doing some Final Fight. And I thought it might be fun just to check out what games are available on the... Can't see comments on the screen, but it's all good. Yes, thank you for being here tonight as well, Arrow. Yeah, so we're just kind of experimenting tonight with the going live on YouTube, through YouTube, mobilely, because now we have over the wonderful 1K sub count. They will allow me to do this. This isn't being done through Prism anymore. I mean, I just, at least for tonight, I know that we did have some issues, in the past with Prism glitching out. You know what's going to be the test if this is actually a better format than Prism, International Channel, and Arrow, and everyone else? Diego, if we can play a visual novel on the Switch and our stream doesn't crash, that will be a good sign that this is a stable way to stream. So yeah. All right. Well, Columbo is, in the process of busting an evil French artist who's into polyamory and homicide, and that is not a good combination. And Columbo is going to put a stop to that, right now, because Columbo is awesome, and he will bring justice to the world. Good stuff. Then after Columbo, they're going to have $6 Million Man, which is going to be quite good as well. So let's walk over to our place right here and set up our tripod. We'll get this going here. I wonder if there is a way on YouTube for me to be able to have the comments on the screen, or if, I don't know, maybe YouTube has some agreement with like other streaming platforms to, make their live services less aesthetically useful. Just finished watching the entire third season of Cobra Kai. Nice. I've heard very good things about that show. And I need to watch it. So, yes. Right on. Yeah, so the way that I can see your comments is like they pop up momentarily when you give them, and then they like disappear. So, all right. Trying to... Woo. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Technical difficulties and whatnot. Why is my camera being so short? There we go. Sorry. And look at my very cool head and arcade cabinet. I'm just getting my selfie stick tripod nice and balanced here. Hang on a second. You know what I was watching today, guys, as you look at my thumb in the camera? Renegade. I did not realize how good a bad guy Stephen J. Cannell played. It is some like just fantastic evil villainous stuff. All right, grab my Xbox controller so my screen lights up again. And I'm gonna hit the lights and we'll do some Galaxy Fight. Is there a feature where you can show the comments on screen? I don't think so. And you know what? Are you guys seeing a reversed image? Like, are those words backwards or not? Or is it just my camera that's showing them backwards? Because it's possible that in my haste to go live directly through YouTube, I didn't actually, adjust reverse image. That's good. All right. So let me actually see. I'm gonna try to click on the this little triple dot thing here. It just says save, highlight, and share. And then is this a filter right here? Yeah, I can like put filters on myself here. We'll check out the pop filter. Yeah. Then when I click this little word box, it says like live chat, all message visible, top chat. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible, and then none, hide all chat messages. So I have it on live chat where it says all images are visible. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Hey, Joel. How the heck are you, man? Just try to adjust our camera like so. Whoa. All right. I'm going to hit the lights. We'll play some Galaxy Fight. I mean, if Prism ends up being a better way to do this, I'm cool with that. But I just thought it would be interesting to check out what it was like to go through YouTube here. So here we have Galaxy Fight, brought to us by the fine people at Sunsoft. It's Galaxy Fight, the Universal Warriors. And this looks like a pretty standard SNK Sunsoft fare. So, try to... I think I had a better angle right there. All right, let's go with the scantily clad girl named Yuri, or Jury, I can't quite tell. All right, you go home or me beat you up. I can't tell whether that's a bad translation or this character is just like a kind of a Neanderthal type. I'll tell you what's not bad. The artwork on this game is very pretty. Very smooth gameplay. Pretty anime sprite work here. Very fluid work in terms of like the character animations and frames of animation. I didn't set this on any high difficulty, but I didn't set it on any low difficulty either. The only thing I'm afraid of now is that, I think, it was the cool thing with Prism was with the comments staying on the screen. I didn't have to, I could like look away and look back more easily. This way, I'm more apt to miss comments. So I don't know. Maybe we worked to make sure that we could get this option available to us, but maybe we took a step backward as we were taking a step forward. Anyway, Stephen J. Cannell is a bad guy. If you guys don't know, Stephen J. Cannell is the guy on the typewriter at the end of such great shows as The A-Team and Hunter. and he made the Renegade as well. And apparently, he decided to cast himself, or someone decided to cast him as the bad guy in that show. And yeah, he was good stuff. Yes, frame looks the same as it did in the Chromebook. I believe Galaxy Fight is from the creators of Waku Waku 7. That is correct. Okay, so I find out. Okay, so here's what happens. So if I go and hit the. So if I look away from the camera and then I put back on. Like if I hit that little text box, I can see your comments. They just don't stick on the screen. So does this look better or worse than going through Prism, or the same, or like what? What do you guys think? Yeah, oh, nice animation on the water there. So her name is Jury. This place is holy. You go home. All right. I actually prefer the Prism one. Interesting. So this looks worse than in Prism. So is like the hey Rogue Drums, how the hell are you? We're streaming directly through YouTube. Um. So okay. So Prism. Do you think like the image I am streaming on YouTube? Yes. So okay. So is from your end. Do you see is like the image quality like choppier or more pixelated, or is it just that Prism has the words on the screen and therefore it's better? Like, what did you tell me? What do you think? 720p, it's really good. Okay, well, so that sounds like it's streaming at a high quality. I just wish there was a way to get our man, this stupid selfie stick. I wish there was a way to get our chat to stay on the screen. Let's pump our difficulty down here. All right, we'll reset here. Kaku Mega Shock, Neo Geo. There's nothing wrong with it. Got a notification this time. Well, that's good. So it looks like going through YouTube directly, people are getting notified, as opposed to it looks good either one. Okay, so it looks like at least with this, people are getting notifications, which is good. All right. So Diego, have you played a lot of Galaxy Fight? Maybe maybe see if there's something like OBS or Streamlabs for mobile. Dude, I've done freaking Streamlabs. It sucks. It's not good. Like I did Streamlabs one time and like nobody got notified. I was just like talking to myself for 20 minutes and then I got off and then went on my Chromebook. So. All right, let's try this again here. I know if you use Streamlabs, you can highlight individual comments on the screen. Yeah, it sounds like, you know, that chat on the side was a really good feature of Prism. It's a good game. It's, you know, not quite as fluid as Street Fighter, but it's still quite good. A really interesting character design, really pretty colors, really nice music. Sunsoft, you know, we're definitely no slouches when it came to the fighting game department. I wonder why, I don't know, this selfie stick that my wife got me, I really like, but the, it tends to float at it tends to give the camera or a slight angle, which I mean it's kind of at an angle, but I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, or should I say thinking out loud? Ugh, that's not good. I played Galaxy Fight a bit. Probably hinders your mobility a bit. Hang on a second here. Let me pause this so I can read the comments here. Played Galaxy Fight a bit back in 2000. You're the man of the house. If you find this more convenient, the power is yours. I don't know what I find more convenient. They'll probably... Okay, so hang on a second. Another thing I can think of is laptop and webcam, but that's going to mess with my ability to take us on our kitchen tours. It'd be possible to throw the chat on the side through that. Yeah, I'd rather just go back to Prism rather than screw with Streamlabs again. Play Galaxy Fight back in my cousin's house. He downloaded it. We started to play this game with Waku Waku 7. Nice. Cool. All right. Okay. Return to game. So I have to basically, you know, manually pull up your comments. So now, there's other stuff now that YouTube will let me do now that I've got 1,000 subs. I can like do like kind of Snapchat style stuff and do just like other posts on YouTube, I guess, kind of like Instagram. You good, me apologize. Ooh, a ninja. Scum, how shameless, chop you into pieces. I think the translation is just that choppy. At first I thought it was because that guy was just supposed to be like a monster. But I think like the people translating this game just had that choppy and understanding of English. Which is fine, I don't care. I like English, so... One thing I don't like about the mobile is the streaming mobile through YouTube is that it like at least when I did it through the Chromebook, the image quality sucked, but there was a stable chat box on the side. With this, the chat box disappears. Like your comments are on when they're on, and then they're on for a few seconds, and then they disappear. So, I mean, you guys can, I'm sure, see your comments on YouTube, but I have to basically like, you know, stop playing the game. It kind of like a Classic Gaming Quarterly. When I'd go on his streams, he'd kind of be in that situation. But with Prism, I just got so good at like being able to play the game and glance back at the screen. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just like stick with Prism. But again, it sounds like you guys get good notifications and image quality with this. So you know, I don't know. Pros and cons. Round 3. I'll do some guile action here. I like the Japanese trope of a girl in a high-cut bathing suit. Especially when she's in space. Not doing well here. You know what game I beat today? Street Fighter 1. You guys, if you're watching the channel, you may have seen that review. Santino and I reviewed that today. We actually beat the game, and then we did the review. I bet this plays like Ryu. We'll see. That black screen is not getting along well with the camera to the phone, though. Rolf, chop you into pieces. All right. Well, he does have a Hadouken type move. Yeah, he does fight like Ryu. I bet this game has a good Sega Saturn port. Well, that wasn't good. I think it was better with Jury. With her fighting gear that's both functional and aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, this game, I mean, I can tell it plays a little bit different than Street Fighter. Some of these Neo Geo games, they had, not so much of the 6-button style of gameplay. Sometimes they would have, like, attack buttons that kind of did punch and kick at the same time. And I think this is one of those games. You a hero, perfectly absurd. Yeah, with that fighting, that was not a good fight there. Go back to Jury. Looking back and forth at your chat, must do a number on your neck. Nah, it's not bad. Honestly, like doing these live streams has made me like a lot better at remote learning because I'm so used to looking back and forth between real people or like in-person event and then like chat box that it's not a problem at all. It's just it's part of my job. It's part of my habits of like just multitasking on YouTube. So, dude, this game is like at 1 and it's being this annoying. All right, try this again here. Oh, another thing we just uploaded on the channel today was I did an artwork to Resistance by TM Network. I basically found an old, kind of like a Don Johnson drawn in the Astro Boy style drawing that I did a while back. And then I, did some corrections on it and toned it and did some, like, cool stuff with it and put TM Network's Resistance to it, which is, like, one of my favorite J-pop songs. That right there, not one of my favorite things to do. Get uppercutted with a katana. Alright, let's go for the rematch here. Let's try this girl out. Rumi. Yes, I am the teacher of the future. One thing I'm noticing too is like when I have to like go back to the camera to see the chat through this style, I'm kind of jiggling the camera. So there is not a small earthquake happening in my game room. So this girl's kind of like I can tell she fights a little bit like Blanca. She's got a little bit of a peekaboo boxing style too here with her putting her hands on her face like that. Wow, this game is not in a game that you just kind of plow through. You know, like playing Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. That game is very user friendly. Well, we will play that tonight. But yeah, it's that game. It's almost hard to lose at that game. At least with the stuff that I was doing on it. But this game definitely not the case. Yeah, she definitely fights a lot like Blanca here. She's got like the rolling attack and the nice double foot jump kick. She's got like two. I ran out of time. I was gonna say, does this only have like 2 attack buttons on it? But I think I just ran out of time as I was hitting another button. Kazuma. Let's try Rumi one more time. Yeah, I'm liking the girl fighters on this game here. Okay, let's get moving and grooving here. Okay, so that's a taunt button. Even though Neo Geo like teaches you how to play before, I always kind of skip that. It's like, yeah, just take me to the character menu. I'll figure it out in real time. Dude. Should also play some 1080 snowboarding tonight because I was telling you guys something on the last live stream. Spent a lot of time cleaning that game. And now it's good. It's nice and clean. Wow, look at that guy using the clock against me. This is, there's a Columbo on in the background. It's got Shira, what's her name? Shira Denise, Peter Falk's actual wife. There's like a video of her on YouTube yelling at these like really annoying, like, I don't want to be mean. How do I put this? Aesthetically challenged. They're not like the best looking people, and they're being like kind of like weird, bizarre bullies to her. And like Columbo, like Peter Falk, he's like clearly very old and suffering from like some kind of like dementia issues. So he's like wandering around while these 2 girls are like, you know, yelling at her, and she's like yelling back at them. It's like one of the most bizarre videos I've ever seen. And the only reason I came across it is because of, you know, what a Columbo fan I am. And I was you know, I made that video of Closer, you know, the Columbo closing credits song for the episode Columbo and the Murder of a Rock Star. And so that video came up because, you know, Shira Denise sings that song. I mean, I don't know what kind of a person she is. I just think that, you know, it's just like, it seemed like it was, she was being abrasive and they were harassing her, and it was just a bad combination of things, so. Yeah, I do miss being able to glance back at the chat easily. Oh, dude, we're gonna probably have to switch games here. I mean, I can just play. I mean, I'm fine just grinding on this and losing and chatting with you guys, but probably want to see me do something other than like lose to a guy with a dark background here that's not communicating super well with the camera. Well, maybe I should try him. Maybe I give him a taste of his own medicine here. It's always bad. It's like sometimes you get the feeling that the computer's now figured out your rhythms and is like, you know, really punishing you. We'll try like 2 more fights against this guy. If we can't win, we'll try another game. Do 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 do. Oop. Credits. The villain. I shall not allow this planet to be threatened. Alvin here looks like a character from Phantasy Star. Okay. This got some nice music. This the music in this level, it kind of sounds a little bit like the boss music to Final Fantasy VII. Not quite as good, but it's good. Today I was watching some New Japan on TV Asahi, and I figured out how to actually stream my phone's image to my Roku device and then hook my Roku device up to my VCR. So what does this mean? It means I can tape Japanese television once again. Yeah, it's good stuff. So they basically have on TV Asahi at 12:05. They've got New Japan Pro Wrestling. Then they've got a show called Restart. It's about like these girls who are like, I don't know, look like they're like track athletes in a cyberpunk future. So I don't know. And then there's like some anime that's got some weird jazzy opening, and I don't know. It's okay. I can hear the opening in my head, but I don't remember the name of the anime. I can upload a commercial for it or something. But it's good, man. It's good. It's good. Like solid 90 minutes of like good live Japanese television. The fact that I can get it on tape is even better. So this guy here, I do like his sword play ability. This is one of those games though, where like the punch and the kick buttons are like the same button. It is a little harder to kind of, I don't know, you know what move you're gonna do. I mean, it's not like terrible, but you don't lose. Time's up. Alright, we're going back to Baywatch Babe here. Be gone, villain. Oh, you know another game that would be good for us to play? I got Phantasy Star Easy Mode for the Sega Genesis. Phantasy Star 2. Be interesting. You must be the female thief jury. Don't dare lay one finger on this planet. I do like the dialogue before each fight. That is some good stuff. Yeah, I think she's my best bet for this game. She's got some nice, there's some nice timing with her. Plus, just that move right there. That beat me. Darn it! Dude, this computer is like cheap as hell, and this is only on level 1. Yes, I am playing this on the Xbox One. How's it been recently for me? Good, man. You know, I'm having a baby, and like, well, I'm not. My wife is. I'm gonna be having probably some pretty good hospital food though, and seeing a fat daughter of mine. Fat baby daughter. So yeah, that's gonna be Wednesday. So that'll be interesting, to say the least, in a good way. Yeah, yes, and we are playing this on the Xbox One. Um, yeah, our PlayStation 4 is in a bad way, man. You know what else I got today? I got a game called like Sakura Succubus or Succubus Sakura. I don't know, some visual novel on the Switch. I got that and Sonic and Mario at the Olympics today. I went to a GameStop and they had this like $50 statue of Ryuk from Death Note. It was so pretty, but like I ended up spending $50 on like Sonic and Mario, and then like a Sonic mystery box thing, and I got this like cool little Sonic jumping in a ring, and then I got like a little Luigi action figure to put on my Super Nintendo Mini. But you know, so I got that for $50, or I could have gotten this like ornate Ryuk from Death Note statue. Um, I mean, I don't regret what I got, but that was a really nice statue. I'm gonna try this game one more time. Columbo's gonna corner this murderer right now. When all else fails, well-timed jump kicks and sweeps. At least that kind of stuff flies on a lower difficulty. There we go. I was thinking this is the last live that your comments stopped working. It's not going to happen now that it's... Hang on a second here. Let me pause this here. Take a look at the chat. Soundtrack of this game is awesome. Yes, it is, Joel. When is she due again? She's due on Wednesday. I was thinking that it was the last that your comments stopped working. It's not going to happen now. That's good. Yes, that is true. The last live, my comments did stop working, and I thought it was weird. I was playing that Okami game, and then like, I mean, it's pretty like weird looking game. I was surprised like you guys weren't saying anything. And yeah, sure enough, when I went back and rewatched it to see like what was happening toward the end of the live stream, you guys were like, "Oh, the comments aren't working anymore." So. Freaking Alvin. Urgh. Dude. Nice use of parallax scrolling here. Time's up, man. This game is definitely difficult. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop jumping at this guy. Dude, this is like what, the third fight? Or is this even the... This is the second fight of this game. And I'm like usually good at fighting games. Darn it! Jumped right into that. He's got me. He's blocking me. Darn it. Ah! Ah, well. Well, this was fun, but... Let me mix it up a little bit here. Play some Street Fighter Alpha 3. Always a good one to go. What kind of Wi-Fi do you have? Is there any online Japanese games? I have Spectrum Wi-Fi. I think it's time to give this one to give on this one, Chief. Yeah. Um, and I'll keep at it. Not on a live stream though, because it's just gonna get. I mean, like unless you guys want to see me lose a fight for 40 minutes, so. Which is that was where that was going. That was the direction of that dynamic right there. Street Fighter 03. I'm trying to put this up a little closer here. There we go. Gonna boost this cam. I'm having a lot of issues with the selfie stick tonight. This is easily one of my all-time favorite fighting games. Ryu. Ryu is a man following the path to become a true martial artist. What is the meaning of the evil energy building within him? He continues his journey to find the answers and new challenges. It's fight 1 against Guy. I was just joking that I was like losing that fight for 40 minutes, but I've legitimately been streaming for 40 minutes. So there you go. This is a little more like it here. In the final level here, you can see Hugo and Poison in the background. There we go. That feels good. I love the Akuma and Ryu border that this game has, too. I heard that was actually from a WWF magazine cover with Diesel and Bret Hart. WCW, easily my favorite wrestling company of all time. I'm still just so sad that they didn't know how to use Bret Hart right there. It haunts me. Man, I'm trying to get my super move off here. That's not good at all. All right, here we go. All right. Some fierce competition there, but we came out on top. Good stuff. You proved yourself. Whatever you find worthwhile, fight for it with your all, or whatever he was saying. Ooh, it's the evil Adon. I freaking love the artwork in this game. The character portraits are great. The dynamic victory poses also great. I'm gonna see how I've got these controllers are a little weird. I think because I think I was using it to do like code and like Street Fighter Alpha. So I want heavy punch to be this. I want medium punch to be this. Wait, no, that's not right. I want heavy punch here. Then I want punch of this. And then I want light punch. That. Okay, and then I want heavy kick this. Alright, I think that's right. Okay, I think I'm good. Controls. Save game, quick game, special moves, original, filters on TV. I wonder if I have to turn the filter off. Yeah, the filter was off. All right, anyway, whatever. Let's play. That's better. Jaguar kick. Oof. There we go. KO. Alright, see what's going on the home side here. Besides Hulk Hogan, who would you put in Street Fighter? For wrestlers, I love it when fighting game characters are far away from each other and the camera zooms out. But when the fighters are close to each other, it zooms in. Only SNK had that. Yeah, that's true. Not this game, but the boss is not fair. Oh yeah, that's Street Fighter 3. Yeah. Who would I put in a Street Fighter game besides Hulk Hogan? I would definitely put Bret Hart in there. I think that would be really cool. I would put Sting as well. I would put Andre the Giant. I would put The Giant, the Big Show. I would put Undertaker. I would put Macho Man. I would put Ric Flair. I would put Razor Ramon. I'd put Yokozuna. I'd put Goldust. Who else would I put in here? I don't know. Those are the ones like off the top of my head, you know. You know, definitely Jesse Ventura would be a good one. Rick Rude. Brian Pillman. All those guys I think would be like really good for a fighting game. You know, the guys with just like a lot of really crazy personality. That are like cartoon characters. Whether we win or lose, all of our battles make us stronger. That is very true. Are the comments easier for you to read now? No. That is the only downside to this. I can't look back at my camera and see just comments on the screen. I have to actually like tap a box and then they pop back up on. Now, if I hold my finger on the screen, the comments like won't go away. So that's good. But it is, I mean, I'll figure it out. I remember like one of my first video game reviews on YouTube, like I beat Fighting Vipers holding Santino. So I've gotten pretty good at like multitasking and playing video games. Dusta. Alright, working on some boxing there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully me checking the comments is not inconvenient. Because I can tell when I'm hitting the camera to check on it, the phone's jiggling a little bit. You know, I will be off for 2 weeks, starting, well, Wednesday, really. I mean, Wednesday I'm going to be in the hospital. Wednesday through Friday, I'm probably going to be in the hospital with my wife and daughter, God willing, you know, obviously, just, anytime you're in the hospital and, life is coming into you know, into your arms. You always have to be like very careful and don't want to, be presumptuous or anything. So just, obviously pray everything goes well. But all signs point to that being a good thing, everything being good. So I'll probably be home on Saturday, and then you know, I'm still obviously planning on being able to live stream. Just we might have to be like a little more careful with a baby and like a newborn baby, and all that will entail. Santino is a really good sleeper, so I'm hoping his sister follows suit. What beat 'em ups do you have on Xbox Live? I got Final Fight. I just actually bought the Capcom beat 'em up collection, and Santino and I were right at Belger, right before he went to bed. And that beat 'em up collection, like I've only played Final Fight on it, but I believe it's got like Captain Commando. It's got some other really good stuff on it. Doskoy. Good going, Ryu. I actually just ordered a Japanese copy of Tekken 2, which would be kind of dumb because I have Tekken 2. But I really like the Japanese cover of it. It was only $8. Ah, good spirit, but you should push an opponent with more force. Just looking at these victory poses makes me want to draw. This kid did a really good job of capturing the different personalities, especially from the Street Fighter animated movie. Man. I'm gonna spam my Hadouken right here. There we go. I'm just relaxing, watching some Simpsons. What Simpsons are you watching? We actually watched Steamed Hams in my class on Friday. Or was it Thursday? I don't know. One of those days. It was good stuff. Steamed hams. Good Lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis, this time of the year, this time of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No. I think my favorite Simpsons is, well, the one where Bleeding Gums Murphy dies is very funny. Frank Grimes is also fantastic. Homer gaining 61 pounds to get on disability is, I mean, that one is just freaking phenomenal. Homer being a boxer is great. Yeah, literally anything from 1992 to 1999 is solid. Like, legit. Like, there was not an unfunny episode of The Simpsons, arguably, until 1998. It was like late '98. They did that like I remember like the first time I saw an episode of The Simpsons that wasn't funny. It was like that. They had like a musical episode. And it's just kind of like, what? Like they had like Paint Your Wagon in the start of it. I was like, what is this? Like, but yeah, it wasn't really until 2000 that the show started becoming more miss than hit. And, like the ratio has kind of like steadily gone up to the point where, I mean, I don't watch it anymore. Like it's one of my it is easily my all time. Well, Simpsons and Boy Meets World would be my favorite American TV shows. Um, well, that and WCW Nitro. Come on, Ryu. There it is. But yeah, like Simpsons was just like hilariously funny consistently every episode from 92 to 99. And even the 1990-91 episodes where the show was still getting its footing were still really good and cute. Like, people don't understand, like, The Simpsons is really intelligent, cute, warped humor. It's sad that the Simpsons arcade game is no longer available on PlayStation Network or Xbox, but it was, and I snagged it when it was. So, we've got Simpsons on PS3, which is good. Ah, Rose. Man, this makes me want to just break into dance. Music in this level is fantastic. Yeah, Alpha 3 is the best Street Fighter. I don't think there's any arguing that. There's people that say like Alpha 2 better, and I like Alpha 2 a lot, but I just don't see it. I mean, everything about Alpha 3 is, I think, well, it depends on what you like in terms of your style, but the music is so good. I mean, the only thing that's like better in Alpha 2 in terms of music is Sakura's theme. But other than that, like everything is better in Alpha 2. The music, the references to the movie, the character artwork, it's all better. And there's like a lot more characters to play as. I mean, this is probably my favorite fighting game with story in it. And there's not that much, but what there is phenomenal. Like it's really it's good stuff. I mean, they really nail the personalities of each characters and their motivations. And they can just do it in a few sentences. It's great. Yoga. My kick button is still placed on the shoulders. It's not like a huge deal, but it is not quite as easy to get as just hitting B. But whatever. Those chubby elephants in the background. Oh, you know what else they had at GameStop that was like ridiculously cool? They had a $70 Super Saiyan 4 Goku statue. There's no way I was gonna buy that, but like it was really nice. Maybe if it was $40, I would have bought it on the spot. Like I mean, I turned down the Ryuk statue for 50, but that Ryuk statue was really pretty. But that Super Saiyan 4 Goku statue was like exquisite. You did a great job, Street Fighter. Sims is my favorite cartoon. Who Shot Mr. Burns? What you're watching right now? Season 7. Yeah, you're in the really good episodes. Yeah, I'm sure you can see that, like, the newer episodes are like a shell of their former self. Ah, shit. They counter with the Shinku Hadouken, though. Shoosh. There's really good videos on YouTube that have, like, compilations of all, like, the special greetings between fighters on, like, Capcom fighting games. Like Alpha 3 and the SNK versus Capcom games. It's really, I mean, it's about like a 6 minute video, but it's just really fun to watch. I know I've said this before on the stream, but literally one of my favorites is Rugal with the Guile statue in front of him. And then Guile, like, sonic booms it in half. Ah, got me. Yeah, season 6, really good. Season 4, 5, 6, 7, or yeah, they're like, I'd say they're like basically perfect. I did not like the Simpsons movie. I saw the Simpsons movie in theaters and I hated it. Like, I mean, it really makes me angry that, my favorite show is so, like, one of my all-time favorite shows is so freaking terrible. You know why The Simpsons is bad? It's like people say, oh, well, it's been on for so long. It's like, no, it's not that. The reason it's bad is that, like, the show is not about, like, cute, warped commentary on the world around us, that basically takes the format of the, nuclear family sitcom, maintains it, but then it tells the typical stories of that in kind of like a warped way that will, when appropriate, reference current social events. And the stuff is very, very well written, and it's not written for the authors. It's written just because it's, I don't know, it's intelligent, it's funny, and it's engaging to the audience. Like, now the authors write the show for themselves. They make fun of upstate New York. They write about New York Times crossword puzzles. They bemoan whatever politics annoy them. But, like, when you watched, I don't know, when you watched in the '90s, I mean, there was some political stuff in there, but it wasn't like shrill, preachy BS. Like, I mean, the best political episode The Simpsons ever did was when Sideshow Bob ran for mayor against Mayor Quimby, and, like, Homer's listening to the Rush Limbaugh surrogate, like Birch Barlow or Birch T. Barlow or whatever his name was, and Homer's like, normally I think people who vote are a bit fruity. Something about this guy really speaks to me, and he, like, takes a bite out of a donut. And then it cuts to the Rush Limbaugh guy who's eating, like, the identical donut at the same time, like, yeah, it's some good stuff. I am against his Bart killing policy, but I do like his Selma killing policy. Now, I mean, like, now what do they got for The Simpsons? Like, what is Lisa? Like a social justice, Twitter warrior or something? I'm serious. Like they would think that's a good episode, Like, they started, like, making Lisa, like, again, like, this self-flattering reflection of the writers. When Lisa's good? When she's like a smart second grader, but, like, she's still a second grader. Like remember like this weekend once with Sideshow Bob. Remember like Sideshow Bob was good, and then like Bart like had her start digging through a dumpster, and Lisa's like, "Hey, you said we were going to Denny's." And Bart's like, "I lied. Now help me. We'll get some ice cream." Simpsons was better back then, no doubt. I stopped watching 23 because it was just so boring. I couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, I don't even know how many seasons there are. Are they on 30? But no, yeah, the show is shit now. It's like freaking horrible. I don't, and I don't even want them to cancel it. I just want them to like show the 90s episodes in prime time and then like do a couple new episodes like a year. Like do like, like 2 or 3 times a year. Do like like an hour or an hour special or something of like, like really good stuff. So if you could write like 4 hours of really good programming, like that's all they'd really have to do. Like do like four, like just a few times, like 4 times a year. Do like some hour-long episodes that were just like really funny, and just focus on those being funny, as opposed to just like pounding out these like stupid, just like I look at the floor, or I sigh and turn the channel, And I haven't watched Family Guy since 2014 either. I don't know, like Seth MacFarlane's humor started just to piss me off. I mean, he's a smug, like Nietzschean, like self-centered dude. But he's super talented, and I like a lot of his sense of humor and his cultural references. Um, but I don't know. I just like once he started like going in on people with Down syndrome, and which is a very like fascistic thing to do. Everyone's like bitching about fascism, and like Nietzsche is like the freaking architect of fascism. And I'm not talking about like like oh like German nationalism. No, I'm not. I'm talking about like the worship of the human will, and like this idea of a mythical past where you're not a loser, and then just treating everyone like complete crap because you think you're better than them. That's like the essence of fascism, and that just gets applied to nationalism, and at various points in history. But the philosophical origins of it is not so much militant nationalism as much as it is like I'm better than you, and then you just apply that better than you to your country rather than yourself. And then like the kind of the sick thing is like, people like then like the Nietzschean criticism is like, oh well, it's too populist. That's the problem. It's like the threat of like people coming together. It's like that's the sniveling banality of the they. I don't even know how I got on this topic because it's like late at night and I'm rambling. But I hate Nietzsche. He's a piece. He's like the worst philosopher of all time. Um, he's the cornerstone of fascism. And then like the thing that bothers me too, people will be like, "Oh, well, that was his sister." It's like, no, it wasn't. And even if it was his sister, she was just following his advice to be like, unhinged and unapologetically willful. And by unhinged, I mean, like unfettered by restraint. So yeah, there's that. His philosophy is terrible, and there's no one like. And the thing that really bothers me about him is like all this stuff about like Christian resentment, when it's like obvious, like to anyone who knows anything about his life, that he was deeply resentful. Like he like twice got shot down because he like had his friend like propose to like women, and then like the women kept like saying yes to the friend rather than him. But it's like, oh, it's the Christians that are the losers. Anyway, I'm done bitching about him. How did I get on this? Um, Hang on. It had to do with the Simpsons. Um, I don't know. I don't even know how I got on this, but either way, new episodes of The Simpsons aren't good. They're just boring. Oh, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, that was the deal with him. So yeah. Anyway, once his humor got like too smug and mean spirited, I kind of stopped watching Family Guy. And like it might not have even like been like it might be like a lot better. And it's like I'm not even opposed to Family Guy. I'm just saying like his humor made me like kind of disinterested, and then I started like turning the channel, and then I found Columbo, and then I just like can't stop watching Columbo. Like I've seen Columbo, like, and I would just rather watch like the reruns of Columbo than new Family Guys because I like Columbo that much. Let me see what's going on in the chat. All right, we went on that rant against Friedrich Nietzsche right there. All right. Let's see what's going on here. See what's in the chat. I only like 2 seasons of Family Guy. I didn't like Family Guy as much as I did before. There's 31, I'm pretty sure. There's 31 episodes of The Simpsons. I really, as much as I just went on that rant, I want to say, like, I like Family Guy. I liked every season of Family Guy, except I thought that, like, once they started, like, having Jesus be a character they made fun of, that really turned me off. Because I just think it's, like, it's shock humor and it's I don't know, it's just it's like it's anti-Christian. Like you wouldn't like I as a Christian would never want to do like a show just like shitting on Mohammed, like just because like I'm not a certain or like Buddha or someone like I would like that's like in the like the criticism I've just gave of Nietzsche, like that was like intellectual, like plus he's like a human being. He's like people don't like worship him like a god, at least like they pretend that they don't. Like if you go to a college they do. But I don't know. So I just thought like the him having Jesus be a character that was like trying to lose his virginity and stuff like that really pissed me off. And then like he did an episode where like he was like making fun of people with Down syndrome. Like he was saying like Santa's elves had Down syndrome, and like that really rubbed me the wrong way. And he's like, oh, a bunch of them are born blind, which is like a reference to people with Down syndrome. So like I got kind of pissed at that. American Dad is a really funny show that I like, and so I have a lot of respect for Seth MacFarlane's artistic skills, his cultural knowledge, and just his range of talent. But I also think, he's like a smug asshole and not in a good way. And I just got I got tired of his bullshit, to put it mildly. And Seth MacFarlane, I think, knows these shortcomings he has because there's like a really funny episode of Family Guy where like Quagmire was just like telling off Brian, and like a lot of the stuff was stuff about Seth MacFarlane, and Seth MacFarlane voices both Quagmire and Brian, so it was kind of like self-referential, deprecating humor. So like stuff like that, it's like really funny for Seth MacFarlane. So, but yeah, I don't know. I would just rather watch Columbo. Like I like the pacing in Columbo, like in just in terms of like the stories are very like they kind of draw you in, and I just love watching Columbo be just this kind of common guy, like the neighbor next door, who's just this like super genius that everybody underestimates, and by the time they realize who he actually like his actual potential, it's too late. And it's just there's like there's a lot of like justice and I don't know, proletarian admiration. Those are like two of my favorite things to have in a show, and Columbo is rife with those things. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. It's we've been streaming here for an hour and 14 minutes. Why don't we take a little field trip to the kitchen right here, and we'll get some Mike and Ike's candy right now. 12:21. That's not too bad. So all modern pop culture. American Dad is good. All modern pop culture, by its nature, is degenerate, so would not be surprised that they would go down that road. Yeah, but dude, I gotta tell you, man. Since I found okay, so this is my Japanese TV streaming. All right, so I was going through this website called Coolstream, and I was trying to like hook up my Chromebook. I wasn't trying. I was doing it. I was like hooking my Chromebook up to my Roku device. I had like a roundabout way to do that. And I was able to like kind of get it going through the VCR to tape some stuff, but there was like lag and there was like a lot of ads. It was like kind of like a shady website. And then eventually, like the website just like TVosity was starting to get blocked on the website because I guess TVosity didn't want the stuff on the website. But then I found this app on the Google Store that actually is just like filled with Japanese TV channels you can watch. And it's I don't know, like it's fantastic. So I was watching that, and then I found out that I could like smart cast my phone to the Roku, and hook the Roku up to the VCR. So like legit today, I was just like taping New Japan Wrestling, and there were like ramen commercials and like anime. It was like commercials for like Switch games. It was just great. One thing that I want to do is I got to get my smartphone gaming going because they're coming out with a Final Fantasy VII smartphone game, and it looks like it plays a lot like Kingdom Hearts, but with Final Fantasy VII characters, and that is some good stuff, my friends. Because Final Fantasy VII is absolutely one of my all-time favorite video games, and I want to play any Final Fantasy VII game that I can get my hands on. And the thing that's like pissing me off is like my PS4 is broken. I can't play the Final Fantasy VII remake, which got right here, located conveniently next to the Hulk Hogan Thunder Mixer and Mega Man. Good stuff. As much as I love Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I'm kind of annoyed that we haven't beaten it yet, we should probably check out some Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. We should do some of that. And then we should also check out some 1080 snowboarding. Radical. All right. Oh, check out this. So this is a cool Sonic. I went to GameStop today, and I really like. They have these like kind of Sonic mystery boxes where you just like open up for like $10. I think it's like $10 a box. You go to GameStop and they're like these boxes right here. And like I mean, like me, like I love Sonic's design. I think it's like one of the coolest video game designs ever. Anyway, you get these like you can get like one of four things. So I got a couple of Super Sonics, a Metal Sonic, and then today I got that. And then I also got this. So good stuff. One thing that's cool about this game too is that there's like 2D. There's a 2D option on this game, where you can do like the Tokyo Olympics of 1964, and then you have like Sonic and the Mario guys in like sprite art form, which is really cool. So yeah, we'll get that rocking and rolling, and we also need to test the quality of this to see if we can do what always makes our live streams freeze, play a visual novel on the Switch. And I'm telling you right now, if this can survive a visual novel on the Switch, it will be a testament to the quality of YouTube's live streaming. I'm just kind of, I like being able to see the words on the side, though, so that's kind of annoying. So, shout out to someone who's not our sponsor, Mike and Ike's. Right there, so. I'll give the $6 million man. His name is Steve Austin. Because of stunning and stone cold Steve Austin, who I don't like as a character, but respect greatly as a performer. So, and Steve Austin just seems like a cool guy in real life. He does a nice job on his podcast, and I definitely respect his grind and hustle, but I was always a Hollywood Hogan Sting kind of guy. All right. I'm going to do one more fight on Alpha 3. I'm going to play some Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. Let's get to it. I actually think this looks better with the light on. Normally I turn the lights off because I think the camera gets along better with the screen when the lights are off, but I don't think that's the case. Damn it. Ah, man. Oh, this is not my night. Ah. I know I said I was going to do just one more fight on this, but I really want to do another fight on Alright. Last one. Unless I keep winning. Then I might try to beat the game. But my working idea is I'm going to lose and then play Mario. And Sonic at the Olympics. Man. Go for my super move there and ended up doing the Dragon Punch instead. Oof. Yeah, this is a fantastic game. You don't make friends with salad. The snowboarding games are coolest there. Yeah, dude, I guess this is the announcer from, no, I don't know. I don't know if this is the same announcer from Capcom vs. SNK 2. All records were made to be broken. Ah! Alright. You win this round, X. Okay. Wow, not good. I've yet to beat a game tonight. Alright. Let's play some switcheroo. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely one of my all-time favorite games. Ralph has to be one of the best Simpsons characters. Yes, I love Ralph. He's I really like the one where Ralph plays George Washington. That's the one. You choose me. And there's a picture of a train. Yeah, nice. The doctor said I wouldn't get so many nosebleeds if I just put my finger out of there. Oh wait, it's playing Puyo Puyo here. Let's see if we can win this match here. I have no idea how this is going to go, but it's not good. All right, we won. All right, good deal, Sonic. must have been playing this game with Santino before we decided to play something else. I feel like I don't want to jinx it, but I'm getting better at Puyo Puyo. Alright, all clear. But, you know, I still hate shit like that, so... That's not good at all. Come on, give me another blue. There we go. That helps a little bit. Okay. Come on, come on, come on! Darn it! How am I supposed to get past that? Street Fighter Alpha 3 and they both have the greatest announcer. When pigs fly. You be writing that check out now, sir? So you're watching the episode where Lisa's a vegetarian, I take it, because that is a phenomenal episode. So. Yeah, that's my favorite part about that episode is the closing credits, and you'll see why when you actually get to them, because it's amazing. All right. Sega. When I grow up, I'm going to Bovine University. Good old Sonic and Mario. Alright, let's do some single mode here. Why don't we start with some my favorite sport, boxing. Sonic. And we're gonna fight Shadow. Working that hook. Charmy B is the referee. Trying to cave the head of his face in here. There you go. I beat the count. So, Saved by the Bell. This game, it's pretty good, especially the boxing. Yeah, so you can do these like super combo moves here. And you kind of punch out S. Get up, get up, get up! Mash the buttons to get up. There we go. See if he beats that count. See, he's laid out pretty good. There we go. So we can let's be Knuckles, since Knuckles actually likes the box. We're gonna fight Wario. This is a dream match of sorts. Japanese version of Tetris. Yes, I remember an episode over and over. Yeah, do. Took Taekwondo for a long time. Nice. It's got a purple belt with a green stripe. Well done. Yes, the pig at the end is one of my favorite things. Maybe I'm amazed. I have a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and I have not rolled since quarantine started, and I don't like that. I'm fully vaccinated, but with my wife going into labor, I'm afraid to start rolling again. I know they say, I've heard they say that like if the mother is vaccinated, that passes to the baby. I guess. But I've just heard that through hearsay, though. I mean, it would make sense. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm just trying to, like, I don't want my daughter to get COVID, you know? Like, my mom is vaccinated, my wife is vaccinated. Santino's not vaccinated, but, you know, COVID's not really that big of a threat to little kids, although it could be. Oh, he didn't make the count. I mean, little kids have definitely gotten, you know, have died from COVID. So I'm not trying to like minimize it. I'm just trying to like look at the situations here. You know, I don't want to endanger any of my family members just because I like jujitsu. But I miss it, man. You know, like I said, I go in and like hit the bags by myself though, like often. So Metal Sonic. I'm surprised you know everything about the specifics of the episodes. Yeah, dude, I don't play when it comes to 90 Simpsons. I'm all about that life. This stuff is like born into the recesses of my heart and brain. So, international channel, I mean, is there any punching in Taekwondo, or is that just like all kicking? Oh, Yoshi's down. There is punching. All right. I'm already vaccinated. You don't have to worry about anything. You can go out and do what you want. I hope so. Ah, Yoshi! Because I heard there's like because based on what I know, it's like even if you're vaccinated, you can still like spread it. You just won't get that sick from it. All right, we beat Yoshi. Poor Yoshi. Yeah, and I didn't play any Sonic games with Silver. Like, I don't even know. Like, I have no idea about any of Silver's backstory. I mean, Shadow is pushing it for me. Dream shooting. So this is cool. This is, the 8 16-bit graphics here. So we're obviously going with Sonic here. Okay. I really like I really like the visuals of this mode here. Yeah. Sonic, Luigi, and Knuckles. Yeah, you can take that and turn that into a poster right there. You can't spread at very low chance. You can literally just go out and do whatever you want. I hope so. Why don't we... See the long jump with Dr. Eggman. Eggman.
Is that enough speed? Looks a bit too low. That didn't go too far. On attempt number 2. Good pace. A bit lacking in energy. That jump didn't cover too much. Third attempt. Taking up momentum. It's not looking too good. Foul.
Guess I couldn't, like, I just have to jump before the line. Yeah, let's select another event. I think this is the one I was wanting to do, the hurdles. This is a fun one. Let's be Tails. I couldn't figure out the long jump for the life of me. Yeah, I don't know. This one's pretty easy, though. You just basically... You run and then hit B when it's time to jump.
What happened? Aggressive form. Knocked that one over. Cleared the hurt easily. Amazing form. So many great jumps. Ouch! Bad stride. Over the hurdle. An amazing run that left others in the dust.
Well, we missed a couple, but we still did pretty well. All right, good work, Tails. Why don't we do a little karate, dream karate? So I have no idea. I have not done this event here. Knock your opponents down. The panels they land on become yours. Control the most panels by the end of the match to win. Okay. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna be Peach. After this, we'll try a visual novel and see if our stream crashes. Amy versus Peach. This is fun. This has got the Mario 64 music too. Is there a timer on this here? Oh no, Luigi! Or Waluigi. I must knock him down. Knock him down a peg. Alright, let's see what happens here. I win! Alright, good deal. How is Sonic not winning every single one? Doesn't make sense. Okay, this has been fun. Let's check out this Sakura Succubus game here. This is brought to us by the fine folks at Gimuzumi in Winged Cloud. Why don't we play this game in English? Confirm. No, I don't want to play this in Japanese. Damn it. Close software. All right. As much as I like the authentic Japanese experience, I would like to ideally be able to read the game. Arrow, I am playing the platform on the Switch. Arrow, have you played this game? There we go. Nice looking picture there. Okay, so is this loading? Like, is this the game? Just pretty scantily clad Japanese idol girl. Whoa, that is loud. Okay, I'm gonna wake up my family here. Let me lower this right here. Alright. Okay. Lower, 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 lower. Okay. Hearing that makes me super hairy. Thank you for your continued support from the bottom of my heart. This is what IU is saying here. The concert is really amazing, isn't it? I can't believe I was invited to perform at such an incredible venue. It's what you deserve, IU. We love you, IU. We'll always support you. IU. IU. Wow, you all sound so passionate. I'm touched that you cared so much about the little me. Hee hee. You know, when I first started out, I was just an underground idol. She was carrying AKB-48's scrunchies. I didn't have many fans and perform on a big stage. I used to cover anime songs on the streets. I worked hard to memorize the lyrics and dance steps. I was just a novice and messed up a lot. I never thought I'd come this far, but sometimes I thought about giving up. But I knew that would be spitting in the face of all you wonderful people who cheered me on even when I was at my lowest. IU never gives up. You get all IU. I think consoles shouldn't have any. It would be bad if your channel was taken down. One version has explicit content. Okay. Okay. When I was a beginner, I couldn't afford a single fan of blah, 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 blah. Love and affection means the world to me. Alright. I mean, I bought it on the Switch store, and it didn't have, like, a mature rating on it, so I don't... so I'm sure they probably just, like, took out any of the crazy stuff. My path was a hard one, but I never gave up. I devoted my life, my very soul, to the pursuit of being an idol. And now I finally made it. I'm standing on this huge stage in front of thousands and thousands of people. Never felt more humbled in my life. You guys are my life and my love. My heart belongs to every single one of you. And so I'm going to dedicate this next song to you. My latest single, Overflowing Feelings. Let's go. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. This is such a hype song. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps already. I can't believe that IU loves us so much. She's not like other idols out there. She really does value her fans. We gotta finish that one time travel game. She's so pure and beautiful. I can't get enough of her cute smile. I'll support you till the end of time. This is getting a little odd, but okay. IU forever, you're the only real 3D girl. IU. Yes, that's right. Who's Hiroki? What am I doing with my life? Yeah, I'd imagine that's what most of these guys at her concert are saying, but, you know, it is what it is. I stared at the stage, my hands jammed up in my pockets as the lights dim. The crowd falls quiet. It's so silent you could hear a pin drop. If I was crazy about IU as some of the other fans, I'd probably consider it an immense privilege to stand in the same room as she is, no matter how far away I am from the stage. I'm sure for some of the guys here, it's the happiest night of their lives. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Okay, this is getting a little odd. Some diehard IU fans are acting like it's a religious experience. Yes, I can't fault them. It's ridiculous. Gods aren't so very different from idols. Part of me wishes I could join the hype, but it isn't really my scene. Pretty anxious, too. Well, there's something to relate to the reader right there. When my boss finds out what happens, he's going to kill me. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. then I would have gotten here on time and I would have made it to the front of the crowd like I was ordered to. I brought my camera equipment with me, but I can hardly set it up now. I'm hemmed by dozens of men all wearing IU shirts and holding glow sticks. Well, that's nice. I should probably lower this a little bit so you can, just not have to rely on my narrating. All right. Barely enough room to swing around a cat, let alone a large industry camera. Might be one of the worst nights of my life. Concert hall is huge, but it's not enough to accommodate all of IU's fans. She's way too popular. I've stood about 15 different. I've stood through about 15 different tracks so far. My ears are still ringing from the crowds yelling. I don't think I can take much more of this. I hope this is the last song. Slowly and menacingly, the background music of IU's latest song begins. It builds, it grows louder and louder. I can feel it reverberating through the ground. It's so loud, my teeth start to chatter, and my whole body trembles with nervous energy. IU's back. All right. Lights burst upon the stage. The fireworks once more revealing IU's perfect body. The crowd, as expected, goes nuts. IU strikes a pose. She holds one arm out as though beckoning the crowd with one hand and curling the microphone on another. Fun fact: this game actually takes place in the Macross universe, and IU is used to destabilize the culture of a group of Smurfs in space that are giant. Why would I make any of that up? IU's gaze sweeps across the sea of glow sticks spread out before her. She smiles sweetly as though thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. Her gaze lingers like hot coals upon me, and I feel my skin prickle. She has picked me out of the crowd. She doesn't even know I'm alive. I'm surrounded by so many people, it's doubtful she can even see me. I'm not even one of IU's fans. I'm not at this concert because I love her music. I'm just being perfectly honest. I can actually I think her voice is annoying, basically. Does IU know this? And why is she looking at me? Suddenly I feel exposed, not like the other men here. I'm just a filthy imposter, shouldn't be here at all. The bright light hurts my eyes, and I wince. All the while, IU continues to hold my gaze. She stares at me, her eyes large and all-consuming. And she begins to sing. Do we get to hear her music? Nope. You just get to look at this street corner here. Well, this is a great. What am I going to do now? I don't know. What am I going to do now? Check the chat. That's what I'm going to do now. This is almost our 100th. Yes, it is. It's almost close to your anniversary live streaming. Wow, is that right? Crazy how time flies. Yeah, I guess that is right. Man, that time does fly. As I kick a loose pebble on the sidewalk, it skitters away, bouncing a handful of times before it's swallowed by the darkness. The dark is illuminated by one of a few street lamps, too. I shudder. I'm not sure what time it is. IU's concert finished around. I don't even know what that is in American non-military time. 21. So I don't know. I'm not gonna figure that out right now. Wait. No, it's like yeah. I don't know. It's whatever. Uh, so, but then there was a handshake. I tended on the off chance I might be able to take a brief word with the famous IU and take a couple photos. But it wasn't to be. I waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour, almost in front of the queue when the handshake event, and those of us unfortunate enough not to meet our idol face to face were told to screw off by a security guard. Well, he didn't quite say it in those terms. There were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, but it's getting late. IU has a busy schedule, and we'll need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to those of you who weren't able to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. And with that, we were dismissed. My camera equipment weighs heavy in the bag looped around my shoulder. I wish I'd had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only. It's not my fault that I got to the concert late. There were delays. It couldn't be helped. Trying to explain that to my boss Monday, though. I know he'll pin the blame on this debacle on my skinny shoulders. It's easier to chew me out than the whole rail company. Sigh. Seems to be, I seem to be sighing a lot lately. I think there must be stress, that, or a critical lack of sleep. Who knows, being a photographer could be such hard work. It's almost midnight on a Saturday. It wouldn't be the first time my boss has made me work during the weekends, and it certainly won't be the last. Came all the way out here so I could take pics of IU's latest concerts, but I didn't get a single snapshot. What a waste of time. My first live stream was on May 11th of 2020. It's 9:30. All right. Okay. I yawn, pressing one hand against my mouth. Since it's late, I should probably head home. I feel exhausted. Now I feel like I'm playing Shenmue. Ine-san won't give me money in my envelope if I'm too late. So, curling up in bed and resting my head on a nice soft pillow sounds like heaven right now. But it's rare I come to this part of Tokyo, and part of me is craving a drink. There's a lot of nice high-class bars around here. I could sure use a pick-me-up. If I dally too long, the trains will stop running, and then I'll need to spend the night in a hotel. That sounds like a pain. Oh, but what if he stays the night in the hotel as that sassy idol? That's gonna get interesting. But I can cross the bridge when I get to it. Somewhat cheered by my plan, I neatly turn my heels. There's a pretty nice bar around here. Walk a short way. My aching legs could use some exercise. And I couldn't read that. I've not gone more than a handful of steps. However, when I pause, oh look, there she is. There's a lone woman crossing the parallel street to me, walking in the opposite direction. Her head is low, her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. Maybe it's the fact that she's wearing a pink bikini tutu and a small top hat. But I could be wrong. I don't know. That outfit does kind of stand out a bit, which is fine with me. I'm not here to judge. It's more celebratory here. Trying to like zoom our camera in a little bit. We're getting like a weird kind of effect. I don't know why it was like, yeah, it's like I don't know why is it like going back and forth between saturating and whatever. Her hair is light orange brown color and it's tied back into two cute ponytails. These twin tails stream behind her as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I'd hair anywhere if I hadn't been illuminated by the bright lights of the stage an hour ago. It's Ayu. No way. I wonder why she's walking in the nighttime Tokyo streets all alone, since she's a famous idol. Shouldn't be chaperoned by at least a dozen bodyguards. This doesn't make sense. There's no reason Ayu should be out here at a time like this. Maybe this woman isn't Ayu. It could be someone who just happens to look like her. But that's impossible. She's even wearing the same cute pink and white outfit she wore while she was performing. Her skirt is many layered, ruffled work of art, a little like a fancy wedding cake. And atop her head, there sits a small, if not at all practical hat. Her arms and legs are bare, exposed to the elements, and she's wearing a very tall, impressive pair of heels that make loud clacking noises with every step. It was hard for me to see her clearly during the concert, given I was so far away from the stage. I was nothing more than a blur, invisible by the hands of thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me. She's only a few feet away on the other side of the street. She feels like an incredible, untouchable idol. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol and more like a human being, which of course she is. I might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers. She's no goddess to be worshipped at the altar. And that's when she screamed, "Moon power, make up," and turned into Sailor Moon. She's a regular girl Without those heels of hers, she's probably pretty short. She's less impressive now on this windswept street than she was on stage, but she feels more approachable. I'm just lamenting my inability to take IU's photo 5 minutes prior, but I failed my assignment. This could be my lucky break. Looks nicely, and maybe she'll pose for a pic or two, and my career will be saved. IU, hey IU. I don't even know saying IU is the right way to address a famous celeb like this, but whatever. These photos aren't going to take themselves, huh? She turns and her lips pursed in a confused frown. Ah, the moment I see her face, the air is knocked out of my lungs. It's definitely her. There's nobody else this could be. This is the idol who's captured millions of hearts ever since her official debut. This is the idol I've seen in magazines, on TV screens, and plastered on billboards all over Tokyo. It's the same idol I saw, albeit begrudgingly, as she performed on stage, bathed in a sea of lights. I can't let her go. The future of my career is riding on this, and I don't want to be fired. Ah, you. What? Ayu takes a step back, alarmed. Who are you? Don't come any closer to me, you creep. Carrying pepper spray in my bag, and I'm not afraid to use it on a mongrel like you. That's fine. You can pepper spray me or call me a mongrel or anything you want. You can even ask me to bow down to your feet. Anything's fine as long as you let me take your photo. A photo, you mean like an upskirt photo, or are you some kind of pervert? No, I'm just a humble photographer, and I want to do my job. Please, won't you pose for me? Ayu doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she's looking downright disgusted. She wrinkles her nose. Whatever happened to appreciating all her fans, huh? Takes a few more hurried steps back. Leave me alone, you virgin loser. I'm not interested in posing for a so-called photographer like you. But Ayu, please listen. No, back off or I'll call the police, and I mean it. You're nothing more than an insect to me. I don't have qualms about squashing you. Leave me alone. But I don't. The promise of maybe not being shouted at by my irate boss, indeed fired, is too heady a holy grail for me to pass up. Taking another step forth, and I tries to retreat, but I'm faster than she is, and she's wearing a very high pair of heels. She totters and teeters and looks like she's going to fall. She opens up her mouth, alarmed, and a high-pitched squeal emits from her lips. Kya. Wait, hold on. You might have called me a mongrel and a bug, and it's true. I have no fond for her music, but I still don't want her to get hurt. I need to try and help her, and so I throw caution to the wind and seize her wrist with my arm, pulling her teetering body against mine. Huh? What are you? Ah. Unfortunately for me, gravity is a harsh mistress, and I'm unable to resist her. I fall over backwards, and Ayu's prone body still pressed up against my own. Oh, here we go. I grip my teeth together, ready for impact. And as I fall, time seems too slow to a trickle. The seconds turn into minutes, which turn into hours. Thud. Okay. And then with a loud thud. Oh no, there really is a thud. And a worrying crunch, I collapse against the cold gray sidewalk. Oof. I lie there for a few moments, winded, and stare up at the starry sky. My head is pounding like the speakers at IU's concert, and my back is killing me. I hope I haven't broken any bones. Gingerly, I twitch my fingertips. Seem to be working, and they seem to be in working order at least. As a photographer, my fingers are pretty important. Then I try to sit up, but I can't. There's a weight pressing down on my chest. It's. Oh, it's IU. There we go. It's IU. Famous idol IU, Japan's beloved sweetheart, is sitting astride me like a cowgirl. Her legs are spread and her thighs pinning me in place while her skirt is all rumpled up. She holds one hand to her head, wincing as she tries to gather her bearings. She looks dazed and confused, but I don't think she's hurt. I was able to shield her from the worst of the fall. I took the full brunt of the pain for her, all to protect her pretty face, and I'm glad it worked. Who'd want to look at photos of a famous idol with a bruised eye and split lip? Well, that's true. Let's check the chat here. And nothing major. All right, well, we'll wrap this up pretty soon. We've been going for 2 hours, but we'll see how this story turns out here. Speaking of taking photos, crap. I almost completely forgot about my bag with clung to my chest, filled with expensive top of the range equipment. But I didn't buy any of that equipment myself, so it was on lease from the company. My boss always warns me before I head off on my assignments to take care of the expensive camera and the lenses he trusts me with. This equipment is worth more than your life. If you break it, I'll break one of your arms. Do you understand? Oga, Ogasawara? Damn it. The words force their way out of my chest. My lungs feel constrained by both my mounting anxiety, the weight of Ayu's body. I haven't checked inside my bag yet, but I'm already feeling the worst. The crunch sound I hear as I fell over. What if that wasn't my skull crumpling on itself like a paper plate, but all my equipment? What if my camera is broken? It'll be impossible to take a pic of IU even though she's right in front of me. I screwed up again and my boss is going to be pissed off. Why'd I have to come over all this chivalric in such wait, why'd I come over I'm sorry, why have I come over all chivalric at such a critical junction? My job's on the line as it is without adding wanton destruction of company property to my list of sins. I might be attractive, but she isn't worth this much trouble. Now I want nothing more than to drink myself into oblivion. Ah, back to this picture. Hey, Ayu. I blink up at her pretty face, swims before me, rendered vague and hazy, thanks to my pounding headache. I'm sorry about that. I know you might be in a state of shock, but would you mind getting off me? It's hard to breathe. Ayu doesn't reply. Instead, she stares at me blankly, her eyes blank and unseeing, her mouth slack. Her soul hasn't escaped from her body, has it? She's gone into a state of catatonic shock since Ayu's an idol and a popular one at that. She must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite sex. Could this be the first time she's ever been close to and personal with a man who isn't her father? I mean, okay, that might explain why she's staring at me so intently. She looks like she's clapped eyes on an extraterrestrial. Damn. I cursed once more, my head and my lungs on fire. If it wasn't bad enough, I've broken tens of thousands of yen worth of camera equipment. It's beginning to look like I might have broken IU too. I reached out to grab her because I wanted to help. I was trying to spare her from sustaining too much damage. I never meant to cause her so much harm. IU, I can't let myself panic, but if I do, I might startle IU even more, and I need to be cool, calm, and impersonal like a doctor. Though, given the circumstances, that's quite a tall order. The weight of Ayu's body is pressing against me, and I can feel the warmth of her skin through my clothes, not to mention the fullness of her thighs. Okay? Her lips pursed and her cheeks are dusted with red blush. She looks utterly delectable, as much like the fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. Maybe Arrow is right. I should probably pump the brakes on this game here. Um, yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat here. Do. All right, nothing. Still nothing. We let's see. Well, I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think much of IU's singing voice, but I can finally see in painfully clear detail why she's so endearingly popular. She's insanely good looking, and unlike a lot of other celebs who hide behind a sense of photo editing, she looks even better in person. She smells good too, like strawberries. The cool wind runs through IU's hair, wafting her scent towards me. Her unique aroma fills my nostrils while her body consumes my eyes. Now my five senses know nothing other than IU. The hardest and coldness of the sidewalk melts away as does the throbbing pain in my back and head. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter. I can't breathe. I want this moment to last a lifetime, but that's hardly practical. If anybody sees us, we're done. IU's reputation will be in shreds, unless, of course, she claims that I molested her. Then I can forget about my work related woes. I'll be sent straight to prison instead. Yahoo. So here's some swearing. This is bad. I need to try to wiggle my way out of the situation, or things will get worse. IU, please, we can't stay like this, not in the middle of a public street. I don't want to sound rude, but would you mind moving for both our sakes? IU breathes heavily. Her voluptuous chest rises and falls, and her thighs clench about my waist. Rather than extracting herself from me, she's gripping me more intently than ever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll play through this just a little bit more, and then we'll wrap this up. I try to dissuade her, but to little avail. Her fingers grip the fabric of my suit. Then she does something truly improbable. She begins to grind her hips against me. And with that, we'll wrap up this live stream. All right, good deal. Well, I mean, the game is called Sakura Succubus, so I guess that would, probably lend itself to hijinks like that. Okay, good deal. So there's that game, which looks interesting and may need to be played not on a live stream if you are interested in that kind of visual novel. Which it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what time it is, and we'll. All right, 1:19. And we've been streaming for about 2 hours, and our stream did not break down. Let's see if comments are still working here. Listen, we're not ending it on that. End it with a fighting game. I'm sure I've said this before. I don't mind stuff like this. I don't know if anyone else here for games like that. To be frank, I'm a bit surprised that you're going with this game on this channel. I don't know. What do you want from me? I like anime. I like pretty girls. I like drawing, and I like reading games. So all of those things like combine. So I, you know, I just figured that would be a fun game to play. I didn't realize it was going to turn into like dry humping on a street. I was just seeing how weird it got. One more game. Fine, we'll do one more game. Hmm. Okay. We'll keep the switch on here since the switch is on. All right. Let's see what we got here. This game is very good. That fighting game. How about we do? Let's cleanse our palate with something a little more wholesome. We need a second channel. Noel ComiX After Dark. There's Why don't we play it? Let's do some versus Super Mario Brothers. Actually, hang on a second. Can I save that game? can I save my progress? I don't want to see where that's going. All right, let's play some versus Super Mario Brothers though. All right. This is actually a lot lower volume. Oh, you know what? I said we are gonna play some 1080 snowboarding. You know what? We gotta play some snowboarding here. All right, we'll get off of that for right now. All right, and our final game of the evening will be 1080 snowboarding. So we'll actually switch the monitor here because the other monitor was starting to have that problem where it was like flashing the menu. And, that's no good. Okay. I will hit the lights. Okay, so this is the Japanese version of 1080 snowboarding here. It is not a new monitor. I actually have had this monitor for a while, but it hasn't been hooked up. I actually got this monitor. It was abandoned at my church. Yes. All right, so what am I doing here? Racing. Round 1, Capital Lake. So I guess I'm not supposed to hit those things, or am I? I don't know. Now I was a big fan of Cool Borders too. I used to play the crap out of that on my PlayStation demo disc, and liked it so much that I, got the game. And then, years later, I ended up getting the Japanese version of Cool Borders 2, which actually has got a better soundtrack than the American version. It's called Cool Borders 2 Killing Session. And yeah, so actually, I should review the Japanese version of Cool Borders 2. No, I'm so close. Ah. Is Cool Borders 2 two players? They look out on monitors. Yes, I do. You gotta look. You gotta look and you gotta try. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And I drool over these CRT monitors. So, there's that. So I guess I just have to not wipe out on these things. We get close enough so that I get the extra time. So. That's not good. Go, man, go. I usually find that the monitors that I find locally are usually better than the ones that I have shipped to me. Because the ones that get shipped, there's a higher probability of them, getting jostled or, you just don't always know the environment that they've been in. But, when you do a lot of your, like, professional and volunteer work in churches and schools, those places tend to have, like, old computer monitors that nobody wants. We'll do, like... Is it 2 players, Cool Board? Yeah, I think so. Let me try a different thing here. Match race. I'm gonna do like a race. All right, this takes me right back to 1997 here. All right, see if we can catch this dude here. He's in our sights. I've heard that there's like literally no difference in the ROM between the Japanese and the American 1080. They just default the languages differently. Like I can set the menu languages in English, obviously. This game makes nice use of the Rumble Pack. Uh, wah, wah. Doing this in GoldenEye sometime. Okay. I suck at GoldenEye. I like it though. I actually almost I might actually buy the Japanese GoldenEye just to have it because East Side Games ends up having a lot of Japanese N64 games. He actually sold me his converter, his N64 converter, which is basically just it's like the just a cartridge you pop in your N64 that will make it so that the you know it like N64 it like is hard region locked. So it's just a question of making it so that your cartridge can fit in the slot. Ooh, come on! Like in Cool Borders, you can just land jumps like that. Ah, well, nice try. Okay, see what happens after you lose this race. The pop idol succubus's thighs gently caressed me as I smelled strawberries in the dewy snowbank. All right, I don't know. It's a weird direction that game took, but it is what it is. All right. Well, we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, so we should probably wrap it up right now. Since it is 1:30 in the AM on the East Side. So, good night, International Channel. Thank you for all your friendship and interest in my nonsense. Good deal. Yeah. Cool. Well, I don't know exactly how I feel about. Thank you, Arrow. You rest well too, my friend. I don't know exactly how I feel about. What do you guys think about the YouTube? Yeah, we did a whole stream using YouTube. Looks like we got a lot more stable results in terms of what we were able to do. There was no streaming. You guys seem to all get notified well. It seems like according to Rogue Drums, the video quality is nice. But there's no visual chat on the side of the screen. So I don't know, and I did not see everything that was on camera like that you guys were seeing. So personally, I think Prism is better. You should go with what you like best. What did you like better about Prism? Well, I've got you guys here. Before I sign off, let me know. I like it. 720p is good. The only thing that's missing is the chat. So for Rogue Drums, you think the chat on the side. So you really miss the chat on the side. So you guys can't see your comments pop on the screen. Night Diego, it would be nice if you had a laptop to work with, since you'd be able to have the chat on the side as well. Do you guys see a chat on the side? The chat we can see. I like that better with the chat. Can you guys see each other's comments? Like, you can see each other's comments like on YouTube, right? Like underneath where I'm streaming, right? But you can't see them on the screen. So that's kind of a thing. All right, interesting. Okay, you can. Good. We can see the chat, just not on the video itself. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'll see. I'll look into some stuff. I do like it might disappear after this though. No, it shouldn't. Like, if you rewatch like YouTube streams, so I'm trying to think. Like, I like to watch what's his name? It's so late I can't think of his name. Vink from Famicom Dojo. He lives in Japan. He's probably the stream that I go and watch. His comments are still on there. Idea be on laptop while watching it. Oh, so you're saying like kind of have like the laptop, like watch it on the laptop and like keep track of the comments, so you could have like two screens going, kind of thing. Your other streams end up with the chat gone, if I remember correctly. I mean, I can see the chat, like, because when you use Prism, the chat was still available on the video itself. Interesting. So only I can see the chat when I rewatch it. You can't like go down and just click a chat button. Like, there should be like a chat button in YouTube, right? You can click and it should have the comments like popping up, right? When you go back and rewatch it. I don't know. I don't know. Interesting, interesting. It'd be interesting to see what would happen, like how Prism cases where you used your Chromebook, the chat was entirely gone. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to look into this here. It'd be kind of interesting to see what would happen, how Chromebook would interact with YouTube now that I have the mobile stream available. It ended up this has less issues, it's more stable. I prefer to see your comments on screen. Huh. All right. So this seems to be okay. So what we've got here is everything is better about this, except the thing that everyone enjoys most, other than my shining personality, being able to see your comments on screen. All right. Interesting. So I don't know. I also prefer the comments. All right. Well, let me see what I can do. I mean, we might very well just go back to Prism. But I seriously, I do like the fact that this has not caused my phone to melt down. So that's also nice. All right. Well, we'll figure this out. Either way, if you guys like Prism better, we can just keep on doing Prism. I just thought this was an interesting way to go. At least just check it out. Maybe if you had a tablet PC, be able to see comments on the screen as well, combined with the mobility of your current PC. I think the issue is just like YouTube. I don't know. Pay for the comment. Wait, what? Wait. Combine. Okay. Maybe if you had a tablet PC of some sort, you'd be able to stream. I'll have the comments on the screen as well. Why would that? Why would it work that way? I might just be able. I'm sorry, it might be available on your end, but it doesn't show up on my end. Interesting. That's weird. Okay, well, I don't know. Let me see. Let me look into some options here. We still have Prism as an option, and if Prism's just more fun for everyone, go back to Prism. I just wanted to see what this would be like doing the live stream from the phone. And it looks like it's a better version of the Chromebook stream with nice video. You'd be able to use OBS since it's effectively a PC with the mobility of a tablet. Interesting. All right. Cool, cool. All right. Well, thank you for all of your suggestions and feedback, because I aim to please. I like doing these things, and I want you guys to enjoy watching these things and participating in these things. Let's keep using Prism. See if it gets up to 720p. Yeah, I mean, it could be that Prism will get along better with YouTube if maybe it's able to like access this more directly now because I think Prism has 720p. I just remember his video cutting out before. Yeah, I don't know, man. These are interesting situations here. I mean, because like the way we do the live streams and the way that it tends to work for us is us being able to have the convenience of the camera moving around and filming the monitors and stuff like that, as opposed to just kind of doing what everybody does. These are first world problems, yes, and just kind of getting a capture card and having my face in the corner and that kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll figure all this out. We can always try to experiment with Prism next time and see if it plays any differently. But it's also good to know that we've got this option as well. So good stuff. Good stuff. Cool, gang. All right. If you just could have comments on the screen, that would be awesome. That does seem to be the situation, right? If we could just have the comments on the screen, that would solve all of our problems. This is more stable though, just missing the comments. Yeah, that seems to be the case, right? The comments, I mean, aesthetically speaking too, like the comments looked really cool having them on the screen. The other good thing about Prism too is that, they're like sometimes I can actually get the like I can like get icons on the screen and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Like I remember like sometimes I'd have like Bulma from Dragon Ball in the corner because I don't know, like they just have like random gifs built into it. So cool. All right. All right, gang. Well, it is 1:39. All right, I got to get to bed. All right. Well, you all take care. It also seems like there's less of a delay with this one. You respond to the comments instantaneously. Well, that's good. All right. Well, good night, all of you. Thank you for everything. And I will see you all in the very near future for future live streams. And I also don't know how to get out of this thing. there's a little X button here. I wonder if that's gonna get us out of here. Well, we'll find out. Until next time, gang. My name is Noel. You take care. Good night. Happy May, and I will see you in the very near future. Bye bye.